200 angels swore an oath on a mountain and shattered the divine order forever. They took human wives, fathered giants, and taught mankind weapons and dark arts. Heaven saw everything, and the judgment that followed was merciless and absolute. This is the Book of Enoch. Scripture so dangerous, most of history tried to erase it. The Watchers were a rank of angels assigned to observe and guard humanity from above. For countless ages they fulfilled their duty, watching but never descending to interfere. Then something changed. They saw the daughters of men and were overcome with longing. Their leader, Semyaza, feared he alone would bear the punishment for what they planned. So Semyaza demanded they all bind themselves with a mutual oath before proceeding. Together all 200 of them swore the oath on the summit of Mount Hermon. The oath made it irrevocable. None could retreat without condemning all the others. Then the 200 descended from Mount Hermon down to the earth below. The Book of Enoch names all 200, leaders, lieutenants, and ranks beyond counting. Semyaza led them, and 19 other chiefs commanded the ranks beneath him. Among the chiefs was Azazel, who would become the most catastrophically influential of all. The Watchers took human wives, each choosing a partner from among the women they desired. The offspring born from these unions were the Nephilim, giants of terrible size and hunger. The Nephilim devoured every resource on earth and turned at last on humanity itself. But the Nephilim were only the beginning. What the Watchers taught was equally devastating. Azazel taught men to forge swords, shields, and breastplates from the metals of the earth. Before Azazel, warfare was primitive. After him, it became systematically lethal. Azazel also taught women the arts of adornment, pigments, jewelry, and the shaping of desire. The text says this: knowledge introduced vanity and seduction into a world unprepared for it. Another Watcher, Semyaza himself, taught enchantments and the cutting of roots for power. Raphael taught astrology. Kokabel taught the constellations. Ezekiel the clouds and weather. Armoros taught the releasing of enchantments. Tamiel taught the deep movements of the stars. Knowledge after knowledge flowed down from angels to humans, each one more forbidden than the last. The cries of the suffering earth rose upward, and 4 archangels heard them. Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel stood before the throne of the Most High and reported everything. The Most High heard the report and issued 4 separate decrees of judgment, 1 per archangel. Raphael was sent to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness of the earth. Azazel was buried under jagged rocks in the desert of Dudael, condemned to wait there in darkness. On the day of the great judgment, the text says, all of Azazel's sins will be laid upon him. Gabriel was sent against the Nephilim, but not with armies or weapons of his own. Gabriel's decree was that the Nephilim would be turned against each other until they self-destructed. Michael's decree was for Semyaza and all remaining Watcher chiefs to be bound forever. The Watchers were to be bound in the valleys of the earth for 70 generations before final judgment. Then they would be dragged to the lake of fire for their final and permanent destruction. Uriel's role was to warn the human prophet Enoch, and through Enoch to warn all of humanity. Enoch was the only human permitted to witness the judgment of the Watchers from the inside. The Watchers begged Enoch to carry a petition of mercy upward to the Most High on their behalf. Enoch carried the petition and entered a vision. The Most High answered through a dream. The answer was absolute. No mercy, no negotiation, no intercession would be accepted for them. Enoch returned to the Watchers to deliver the verdict, and their grief was overwhelming. The Book of Enoch was suppressed, excluded from the biblical canon, and nearly lost to time. Copies survived only in Ethiopia, preserved by the ancient Ethiopian Orthodox Church for millennia. In 1773, explorer James Bruce brought 3 complete copies back to Europe and changed scholarship forever. The Dead Sea Scrolls discovered in 1947 confirmed it. Fragments of Enoch were among the oldest texts found. The story of the Watchers is one of the oldest warnings ever written about the corruption of power. They had the power to observe everything and chose instead to descend and destroy. 200 beings chose the descent over their purpose, and the earth has never fully recovered from what they taught. Follow history retold for the ancient texts and forbidden histories that were almost buried forever.